How electric is your energy around others? So we're going to be doing that today. We have 3 piles. We have Eartha Kitt in the first pile. We have Holly Berry in the second pile. And then we also have Prue from Hunger Games in the third pile. So I am the Contemporary King. I am the Oracle, and I will be doing your reading today. So thank you so much for coming. Okay. We are totally going to be doing a reading. I'm just going to, let me not do that. How electric is your energy around others? So Eartha Kitt, oh my goodness. So I am the Contemporary King. I'm the Oracle. I'm just going to wait a few more seconds. How was everyone doing today? We have 3 piles to pick from. Ooh. Oh my goodness. So how electric is your energy around others? Okay, so I have the chrysoprase. I have the red ribbon. And I have the saffrodorite for pile number 1. So Eartha Kitt, pile number 1, how electric is your energy around others? So the saffrodorite is definitely a changing stone. It definitely promotes connection. It connects you to your higher purpose. If you are an oracle, it really helps in that phrase. Crystal phrase in that other perspective, it heals, you know, that wounded warrior. It helps you ground yourself, become more in nature, and really open that heart space. And what I'm getting from that ribbon is like you have a celebration coming, you have a gift wrapped tight for you, a beautiful present, a beautiful award that is not going to get away from you because of this energy that you have. Pile number 1, Eartha Kitt, how electric is your energy? Eartha Kitt was like one and only. She was the first Black superhero woman, female. I mean, she was Catwoman, and she was the first Black Catwoman like ever. And for her to play that role, it was like huge in history. She was very eclectic. She was very ecstatic. She had or like no other, pile number 1. And it says it's better to have a hen tomorrow than an egg today. So I'm hearing that there were a lot of situations where like Eartha Kitt had lived on the farm and she had been taken advantage by these people that she had been working with on the farm. And it's like you had to live with putting down your energy so that other people could feel inferior to you because you, pile number 1, had to hide it. It said success is on its way to you. So that red ribbon, you're getting success, pile number 1. It says learn Chinese. Genius is eternal patience. So you have this genius and you realizing that you had so much patience in your youth, pile number 1. You were so patient in your past, and even in your ancestry blood, you might have like really learned what patience was, and now you're trying to come back to that because maybe there was something that had broken that patience. I'm hearing like, you know, look towards the turtle, the sea turtle, like slower wins the race. Look at the koala, like look at how sustainable living does for other animals in the world and in the rainforest, and how they're able to thrive without working harder but working smarter, pile number 1. We have Mozambique garnet, Africa. So you might need to go to Africa. I see 5-5 changes in your living is happening, pile number one. Garnet could be helpful. You know, that root chakra, that warrior energy. I'm getting Aries. I'm getting a lot of fiery energy. I'm getting definitely fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So we also have a joyous reunion with a loved one will be yours within a month. So again, goes back to that red and goes back to that crystal phrase, those abundant, rekindled, childish connections that you feel, power number one, and these people feel for you. It's like when Earth the Kid is talking, and when they're asking her like to compromise, like why does she think that she can't compromise in love, when in all reality it's like, who really needs to compromise in love? If you really love me for me, you won't compromise because we work through this together. So I really see you having that reward, having that gift of love, because others see your shine around you, and it just helps you to shine. Pile number one, Eartha Kid. It's a generosity and perfection are everlasting goals. So you are being inspired also by the media that you're watching to give more, to inspire others around you, to reward others, and be that gift, be that, you know, that spark, that inspiration. Pile number one, you will be successful in the business you own. Don't worry, prosperity will knock on your door soon. So prosperity is coming, pile number one. Your energy is so ecstatic. Your energy is so energetic. Your energy just thrives through opportunities. Eartha Kitt, she had gotten opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Movie, television star, celebrity, author. She was also actor. She was a musician. She got her own record deal at a label, released album after album after album. She was in cartoons. She was at, I think, the Disney's Emperor. Like, and that was one of the biggest shows ever. I loved that show growing up. And hearing Eartha Kitt play that part, it just showed how much connection that you have to her. So you might want to do some research, pile number one, on Eartha Kitt, because she was a very strong figure. And she actually didn't even know her age. She didn't know, I don't even think she ever realized what her age was, because they never really could find her birth certificate, and they couldn't find who her father was because she was also white, so she was mixed. So you might be mixed, pile number one, Eartha Kitt. Okay, so let's get, how energetic is pile number one's energy? So we have hydrangea. So thankful for understanding. So you have like two sides of two. You have like two sides to you, pile number one. Very like beautiful and like very like passionate. And then you have this very sunny side and like effervescence side to you. It says, before we can forgive one another, we have to understand one another. And that's where you come in. You understand people. You have this strength, character, and moral integrity that cannot be like determined in like oneself. You could have felt like friendships were lacking in your life, pile number one. You could have felt like you lost a lot of people. You know, Eartha Kitt, throughout her life, she did lose a lot of people that she really loved. She was in love with who did she love? James Dean. Eartha Kitt loved James Dean. Playfulness. They had, you're gonna have like such a playful relationship if you don't already have a playful relationship with your lover and the one that you love. So I'm really seeing a lot of playfulness, getting in more of this energy and being more energetic. Being more playful is where it's going to come in. Being in the moment and just appreciating what life has to offer. Pile number one. Gratitude, being thankful. Yeah. So that has been your reading. Be thankful, pile number one, and more of this energy will come to you. Thank you so much. Make sure you like the video, stay connected, and also subscribe if you are interested in my videos. Thank you so much, Eartha Kid. Do your research because it will definitely help you. Watch some of her talk shows. You will love it. You will not regret it. Pile number one, Eartha Kid. Thank you. So we're gonna go to pile number two. I'm looking for my bell to clear out this energy. Thank you so much, pal number two, for waiting. This has been such a great time. I am the Contemporary King, and this is your reading. I am an oracle, and I'm here to be doing your reading. How energetic is your energy around others? Halle Berry. So, first thing I'm hearing is WAP. I'm hearing Cardi B's wet ass, like you got a wet, like it's really, yeah, like it's really wet down there in your body. Like you could personally be a nudist. You could really relish in your body and being in your body without clothes. You might not really like clothes. You might be against clothing. And so during the summertime, when you are taking your clothes off, it gets a little bit different, like when people have to like see a little bit more skin than usual. Pile number one, I'm seeing Syrian B, responsibilities, lessons growing up. So this person, like, people really see you as youthful, childish energy. You really have this connection to water. Ooh, oh my goodness. So you have this like mixed level of energy. It's very playful. It's very like dynamic. We have Syrian B. So you could have type B blood, or I'm even seeing type O blood, where it could be type A and B blood. So I'm seeing a blood moon. So during the blood moon, you could actually have this activation happen in your blood. And I'm seeing that there is some type of like spiritual communication connection with water, fairy spirits. You have these responsibilities to kind of like pull people out of the shadow and put them like towards higher learning, higher chakras, higher gates, so that they're like not, in the lower like root of the like ego. So this is really interesting. And Halle Berry, to me, I feel like has done that. She has definitely been such a world changer in her entire like platform. She comes out and she's always doing something new. I think when they tried to shun her for doing that transgender role, it was mainly because they didn't like the fact that she had that much power, that she could have done that role if she wanted to. She backed out of that role and she came back and did Bruised and played the role of an MMA fighter and worked out, got her body built, and she really showed out. She showed out just like she showed out in James Bond 007. I mean, she was a black 007 agent, something that we're seeing now in 2022 more often. And as black people, we're getting appreciated, which is fabulous because people like Halle Berry brought it to the forefront. People like Halle Berry worked behind the scenes. People want to shun her like, okay, if Samuel Jackson want to shun Halle Berry for doing Monster, he might shun her because in the Black culture, it might be looked down. But at the same time, Halle Berry was stepping out of character. She was doing what an actor's job is supposed to do, which is work that role, okay? When you are an actor, you're not playing that character, you're living that character. You are that character. It's not about you, it's about that character. And if you don't know that as an actor, then you don't really know what you're talking about. And I'm not saying that Samuel Jackson doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm saying that the people that shunned Halle Berry in general and that commented against what she was doing put a higher representation on the negative connotation than they had to. What about when she was in Disturbia, Uninvited? What about when she was in, I mean, it wasn't her. What about when she was in Catwoman? No one cared about that. Everybody gave her a thumbs down. Catwoman was terrible in DC franchise, everybody thought. But now when we really look back at it and people really go back to interviews and talk about, oh, yeah, in my personal opinion, Halle Berry was a better Catwoman. It just makes you think like, where was the representation when she won that Oscar? Why wasn't Halle Berry offered more roles? And why wasn't she pushed to the forefront at that time? And that's what I'm getting. I'm seeing that your energy was so severe. You know, you have this sonic wave of energy. It's pulsating, and because of this pulsating energy, you bring up these different realms and dimensions, and it really just causes people to like lose their self in a way. And you also kind of like hypnotize people. I'm seeing 1717, that could be like 88. So like, again, infinite energy, something in continuation that's connected to your DNA, your blood, your ancestry. Halle Berry was very versatile. She was a chameleon. She did different roles. Swordfish and WAP. I mean, Swordfish and Baps. She played a ghetto hoochie mama wanting to work at the diner, wanting to be her, going to get her salon, wear the most long nails ever, got the most androgynous exaggerated hairstyle ever, still looking good with the blonde hair though. And nobody looked at her like she was serious. Nobody in the quote unquote white world looked at her serious. Yet at the same time, we're back to back coming to the resolution that media emulates reality. Look at where we are in 2022. Everybody does that now, and they're respected for it. Where's the homage to Halle Berry? No one's giving her that homage. You are that person, pal number 2. No one's giving you that homage, but you set the tone, you set the trend, you get the accolades, and even when you get the top notch, bottom notch accolades, no one's there to meet you at your corner, at your success. You might be at that fight with Rocky, and you might be against Rocky, right? And you might be that person that loses that fight, and then you come back and you win that fight. Nobody's in your corner because Rocky won. And I'm not saying that like in that way because Rocky's better than anyone, obviously. Like, I'm not going to say even Rocky's better than anyone. I'm not like the biggest boxing know-it-all, so I'm not going to say that, and don't credit me on that at all, pal number 2. But Rocky at the time, he was, you know, taking in the protein, drinking the eggs. He was champ. Let's give him the credit there. Just like let's give Halle Berry her credit where it's earned. She got her award. She got her Academy Award. So let's give her that respect that she played a superhero. She was Catwoman. Just like we can give other people in 2022 respect when they play Iron Man, or when they play Captain Marvel, or when they play Stargirl. Like, where's the respect? And I think that Halle Berry is respected. But then again, if that was the truth, we would have seen that after she got that Academy Award, just like other actors such as Nicole Kidman, for example, who I love. I love Nicole Kidman, but Nicole Kidman gets that push. She's amazing. Why wouldn't she get that push? So when I look at these cards, I see stalking, intimidation, confrontation. So your angels are telling you that there were a lot of people, pile number 2, that could not allow this to happen for you. This was something that was being done at night. This was being done in secret, in the streets, behind closed doors. People telling people after people after people who you're going to become, what are you doing, how are you getting the success that you're getting. And what they're not realizing, pile number 2, is the fact that you were stopped. Like, these people slowed and took something away from you so that you could fall straight on your back. They tried to literally like steal your energy, put you in some type of like these are what these type of people want to do, pile number 2. They want to clone you. They want to put you in some type of industry where they can take your DNA, put you in a tube, suck the goo out of your brain, suck the fluids out of your body, and dissect you for all you got. Because this is people who, yeah, I'm seeing utilitarianism, organized, intimidating. So this is very intimidating people. But also I'm seeing like there are 2 cards that show intimidation. This is such a deep reading, pile number 2. So I'm seeing that maybe Halle Berry was intimidated. Maybe that is why this was a passion of hers. Look at this love card. Look at this black love card. Nagas, lovers, erotica, sensuality. So going higher up in the chakras, you're working past the root chakra. You're past the 7 chakras. You're past the 80 chakras. You're in the 100, 2,000, not 2,000s, thousands of chakras. Like, you're in that level of knowledge, pile number 2. So Halle Berry obviously was stunted from something. I need to understand what. So clarifying the Nirans. The Nirans B, type B. So what confuses me is I wish I had a Halle Berry card. So do the right thing. So you do the right thing. You do the right thing because God's on your side and you have passion. You've put all of this in justice, pile number 2. Pile number 2 puts all of this in justice in their writing and whatever they're doing. And they go on adventures and they transmute this energy because, I mean, you be moving so much because you grew up way too fast. Family reunions and the toxic friends and the trauma. It's like love is just the juice, the tip of the iceberg to what everything you have to go through. But this is a mission that God has given you, pile number 2. So this is something that it was a mission for you. What is this man in black? The stalking. Ooh. Ooh. So we have the Let the Song Cry. So obviously what I pulled out, the card that wanted to come out was the Jay-Z titles and contracts. So there are men in black, people who are intimidating, that want to obviously control you. Like, this is some dirty, cultic, like, I'm not gonna say dirty because Jay-Z is definitely divine, King Boss, you know, Grammy, founder, blueprint, businessman, the new me, the mogul, right? But this is like somebody who definitely is in the industry. Like, who is this industry person? This mogul retirement collaboration. So this person wants to collaborate with you. This person's cold-blooded. Ooh, who is this? This is not a good person. This is not a good person. This is somebody in the hood. So I'm seeing that, you know, and what's really interesting is the fact that what's clarifying to me is the fact that this reflects on Halle Berry's entire relationship, because she had so many quote unquote amazing relationships in her life, and she had gotten married to a few people, I believe, and those relationships had worked out for a few years, but a lot of the men were not necessarily the best for her, or she wasn't necessarily the best for them. She's definitely in a better place. She has children, you know, she's divine energy. But there was a little dust in the way, I'm seeing. There was a little dust in the way, and we have this founder retirement. I need to understand a little bit more. What is this? So, ooh, I've never seen this. What stillness does the silence of one's steadiness bring? So we have morning dew and primal. So obviously in your soul, we have like this high priestess, like there's somebody in your life in the times, excuse me, miss. There's someone who is cold-blooded that sees money in you, and they're obviously looking to get something out of it. This person wants to get something out of you. Pile number 2. Who is this businessman? Business mogul. We have the Prince of Swords. So air energy, immature, 6 of discs, balance, options. So weighing out, balancing, or options. This is somebody who has options. This is somebody who, you know, you have this give and take relationship with. It's like, do you fear collaborating with them? This could be somebody that you could fear collaborating with. Who fears collaborating with in this relationship? What is the fear? The fear is being happy. It says the fear is what? I don't want to say the fear is being happy by the devil. What the fuck? That's scary. Like, I don't, like, what? The fear is being happy by the effing devil. So I'm seeing that the fear is being happy because there's a devil that you had to end in your life. So there was a situation that you weren't really seeing clear, and we have this Capricorn devil energy. So this entrepreneur, you know, you stepping in your energy when this emotional connection comes and leaving it out in the cold because your future has come and you've finally come to your worth. You know, Holly Berry is finally at her worth. She's not thinking about where and what decisions she has to make. She is not thinking about, you know, hiding her cards because she found her tribe. That's what she knows. She doesn't have to beg people for anything because she's in her power. So that's what you guys are doing. You don't have to beg for anything. You're in your power. And whatever this negative entity was doing or wanted from you, you really went deep within to sniff it out and get away from it to get to this sun. So there could have been some type of dark entity that a man had tried to put on you, pile number 1. This is not a friend. This is two-faced, surgical with this Rico setup, promotion, survive. I want to understand more of this though. I don't get it. Like, okay. So this to me is a group of people. Yeah, these are options. These could be options that you have in lovers in the future. These could be lovers. And you could be in your head because there's so much judgment. These are options. These are like lovers. Oh my gosh. And this is also like controversy, rap music, like guys in the industry. When you get in the industry, pile number 2, these are going to be like celebrities that are going to like try to challenge you sexually. That's what I'm hearing. Oh my gosh. And you're going to have to end these situations. You're going to have to end it straight off. You're going to like be like Medusa's head. You're going to come into the situation because, you know, Halle Berry went through the heat, but she still played her part, you know? Like Medusa's head. Just freaking freezing everybody. Deading the situation. Going towards the light. Magician. So I'm seeing that these industry people, you really have to watch out for because these are people with attitudes. They're ruthless. We have 229. This could be your angels communicating about you, changing, not really being sure about this connection, this relationship. What is the best outcome for this relationship? It's about standing your ground. You know, you're in the right energy. It's about just being, just appreciating, you know, letting things flow, not even thinking about what has to come next, not even thinking about what is happening next, just being in your energy. You know, what will come to you, what will come to you, what will be, what will be. You do not have to think about, oh, does this person love me? Okay, if they love you, they'll show it. And if they don't love you, somebody in this world will love you. And that is, I think, what Halle Berry is and had to go through. There were relationships that there was unrequited love, and then there were relationships that were bound, you know. And I'm seeing that it's time to make your wish because you are fertile, you are abundant, and you walking away from something addictive. Like you're not even, it could have been like, this could have been something like a hobby. This could have been something like that you were really passionate about, a connection, a relationship. And you're going towards so much better. You're riding the wave. You are literally riding the wave, pile number 2. You left the devil. You said no to the contract. You said no to bowing your head to evil. You said no because no one controls you in this life. You have free will and you're guided by source and God. And you really went inside of yourself and walked away. And now you don't have to worry about whether or not this is a situation you should go through because you know that this is for you. You know, when you're cutting it, like you need to cut it. Pile number 2, you need to cut it. This reading has been so long for pile number 2. So you guys, watch out. End those old toxic, unwanted relationships. Because pile number 2, your energy is so amazing. Like the video, subscribe. You have a wonderful energy to you. Amazing energies. It's irresistible. You have all this deep, newfound knowledge, pile number 2. Okay, so we're going to go right to pile number 3. Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, that card shocked the crap out of me. I'm just like, what the fudge is this? I'm going to go right to pile number 3. So pile number 3. How energetic is your energy? We got Prue. You know, that was such a big role for her because that movie was just everything. You know, I'm seeing definitely a big interracial connection with these people. You know, you're really connected to a lot of different forms of lineage. Each pile, every actor in each pile is mixed with all forms of different types of races. So it's really interesting and it's really cool when you think about it. How connected we all are. So how energetic is my pile number 1's energy? I mean, pile number 1. So pile number 3, you might want to go to pile number 1 when you get a chance. I'm just going to clear out the energy, you guys. So I'm really seeing that, like, pile number 3 takes the balls by the horn. Pile number 3 takes the balls by the horn. How energetic is pile number 3's energy around others? I'm saying you take the ball by the horn. I mean, she started acting at a very young age. You have the juice. You're the sun. You know, people admire your beauty so much, pile number 3. You're so beautiful. You look so beautiful in the sunlight. You shine like the sun. People, it comes to a point where, like, people kind of weird you out because they start to flock towards you and worship you. And, like, you don't know whether or not they're either, I don't want to say sucking your ass because they like you or sucking your ass because they are envious, you know? And that's where it comes to that point. And it's because you kind of like have this juice and this fire. And again, we have this orgasm and this, like, also next to the orgasm, we also have this, like, masculine energy. So you kind of like radiate that aura of, you know, duality. Pile number 3. We have vegans. So you could be, again, multicultural. You could be multicultural. You could be vegan. You could be really, like, free. Vegans are the type of people that are free. They work together well. They're very independent. They're entrepreneurs. They're business people. If I would have to describe probably a world of vegans, it would be good, working content creators on planet YouTube, you know, like literally. So that's what I would say vegans is. What is this orgasm? So your strength, your courage, your bravery, your figure, your structure, your body, how tight it is, how exotic it is, how majestic it is. It's extremely orgasmic, it's extremely pleasuring, and oh my gosh, like this is totally turning into an 18 plus reading. Alpha Centurions, foresight, planning, strategy. So you're in this energy where it's like you didn't allow yourself to become a sex symbol. Pile number 3. You didn't allow yourself to become such as a sex symbol as pile number 2 or pile number 1. Pile number 2 and pile number 1, they have definitely worked in that energy, whereas they are sex symbols and they were known for being sex symbols and they were known for their bodies and how beautiful they were, right? But what you do, power number 3, is that you don't allow your beauty to just like cloud the opinion of like your artistry, because you know you're shy. You don't really put yourself out there as much as other people might be willing to do, and this could be something that could set you back, but it all could be this also could be something that's saving you, pile number 2, in a way, because you have these people that don't necessarily agree with you and don't necessarily like you and don't necessarily want to work with you, and they could be a part of your community. You could like telepathically be listening and hearing all of their thoughts, all of their negative thoughts about you, and be thinking that this is what you're thinking about yourself, but it's really what others are thinking about you. They don't want to let you know that you're very nurturing, you're very healing, you're very helpful, you're intuitive, you are so problem solving, power number 3, and your energy is so divine, it's infinite. You birth new things, you birth new technology, you birth new life, power number 3. And I'm seeing this birth of life is coming from, you know, this higher knowledge that you have in this Kabbalah tree. So there could be a side of you, pile number 3, that is really deeply into mysticism. But also be aware that as the deeper you go, the more you're gonna have to remain protected and closer to your guides, because again, you don't want to turn in the wrong path. You don't want to project this shame and denial of like, what is this? What is this shadow self? This denial, projecting shame. So like you don't want to shame yourself over these like people who like threw so much negative connotation on like who you are. Like, don't shame yourself for your juice. Don't shame yourself for your inability to be sexual. Don't shame yourself from feeling sexy, pound number 3. Like, you are, you know, you're black. You're that juice. You're like no other. You're Black Panther. You know, it's been a rough ride facing, you know, these quote unquote demons, and you feel like you owe it to yourself to fight harder. So what is this Kabbalah tree of life? And emanation and life lessons, integration. So you're integrating this Kabbalah tree of life, quote unquote. This could have came from knowledge throughout your ancestors, through sad times. You could have found this knowledge from tragedy to beauty. You know, Tupac is just as much as an oracle as anyone. I just saw 4444. So angel number 4444. Go watch that video. Angel numbers 4444. That will give you all your answers. Tupac was an oracle. He literally expressed himself and channeled what life was. You know, Prince was so beautiful, so misunderstood, so different, you know, so hidden, so secretive, like, and you got these people, like, they know that they're not going to step up to that because they can't match your energy, pile number 3. Pile number 3, they can't match your energy. But what you need to focus on, pile number 3, is first focusing on matching your own energy. Because when you bring this energy out, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. You just need to work on yourself a little bit. I'm seeing that pile number 3, I really don't need to go any further. So let's get some answers, pile number 3. So we're also getting the ribbon, pile number 3. So there's a present on your way. So just like pile number 1, pile number 3, you really could be getting some type of gift, engagement, present, invitation. You could really be celebrating in the future. It says your way of doing what other people do their way is what makes you special. So the way that you do things is what makes you special. You stand out by doing whatever you decide to do, pile number 1, and that's what's amazing. I mean, pile number 3. So pile number 3, definitely go see angel number 4444 and pile number 1. You will have many friends when you need them. So you don't need a lot of people around you because you're abundant by yourself. But when you need those people that you love, they will be there. You will be successful in the business of your own. Curiosity kills boredom. Nothing can kill curiosity. So you're very curious. And people get really curious around you, pile number 3. Now is a good time to try something adventurous. Go somewhere. Try something different. It is better to have a hen tomorrow than an egg today. Get out there. Pile number 3, get out there. Go for your life. You know, like, be a little bit risky. This reading, pile number 3, is over. Because pile number 3 is lit. So we're going to go to my Encyclopedia of Crystals by Judy Hall. And I'm going to find you a crystal that I think you should be working with. So I'm seeing that. Sorry about that. So pile number 3, I'm using an amethyst. But this is also actually Orlite 23. So this has 23 different minerals inside of it. If you're interested, I do sell them, but you will have to email me if you're interested. This also contains hematite. As you can see, it's that red part at the very top. So it's very healing. It's very protecting, and it promotes positive thinking, pile number 3. So you might want to get that. And I also see amethyst spirit quartz. So it's triagonal. It's from South Africa, the higher crown chakra. It's Aquarius and Pisces. The planet is Jupiter and Neptune. So it's beneficial for ascension, rebirthing, self-forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving your sexuality. You know, being able to just understand that it's okay to be sexual, pile number 3. Patience, purifying, simulating the auric bodies, insightful dreams, reframing the past, blending male and female, yin and yang. So very, 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 very good. This has been a reading from the Contemporary King. Give that video a like if you felt inspired, and have a good one. Peace out, you guys.